Today we're going to talk about notes and different note values. So first we're going to begin with the first note you learn when you learn piano, which is a quarter note. So a quarter note is made up of a head. So this circle part that's colored in is the head, and then the line that's connected to it is called the stem. So we have the stem and the head. All right, so the value of a quarter note. So a quarter note has one beat. So it is worth one. An example of a rhythm that consists of quarter notes would be ta, 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 ta. So every single note is consistent. Not one note is faster than the other. I can speed up or I can slow down, but every note would still be would be consistent. Right. All right. The next note we have is a half note. So a half note looks almost identical to a quarter note, except the head is not filled in. So it is hollow. So we have a half note. A half note has two beats. We don't play the note twice, we hold it for two whole beats. So for example, if we were to clap out a rhythmic pattern of just quarter notes, it would be ta, 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 ta. If we were to do the same thing, but switch out the quarter notes for half notes, it would be ta, 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 ta. So you only heard me clap 4 times, but the duration of my rhythmic pattern is longer because it consists of half notes, which means I am holding it for 2 beats every time. So the next note would be a dotted half note. So the name kind of already gives it away. It's not inconspicuous. It's a dotted half note, which means we have the same body as a half note. The only difference is that we're going to add a little bit dot next to it, and that is worth 3 beats. So adding the dot is adding a value of a quarter note. So we have 2 beats with the half note, and then the dot adds an extra beat, which is 3 beats. It would be the same. We would hold it for 3 beats. We wouldn't play it 3 times. And then the last note is a whole note. So a whole note has 4 beats, and you would hold it the whole time. So if you were playing a song that was written in 4/4, the one measure, if you put one whole note in it, you would hold that beat for the whole measure, for the 4 notes, or for the 4 beats. And then to break it down maybe one more time, if I were to take this quarter note and split it in half, I would get 2 things called eighth notes. So 2 eighth notes make up 1 quarter note. So these 2 notes would be played in the duration of one quarter note. So if I were to go ta, 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 the only difference would be splitting up that note. So a lot of times in schools you learn TT. So if I were to keep the same beat, that 1 pulse beat, I would go T, 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 T. So I'm still playing those 4 beats, except if I have eighth notes in it, I'm just dividing the beat. And these are called, eighth notes. So 2 eighth notes make up a quarter note, which is why you see this bar. If you were to see an eighth note by itself, it would have the same body as a quarter note. So it would have a head and a stem. The only difference is that it would have one little flag that looks like that. Cool. So these are all the note values.